Hey Marine, car's in. Just came in today, got it unloaded and put it in its spot. Car, overall condition, I'm going to rank this one a 7, 7.5. Would have been a little bit higher on my deal, except for the roof, and we're going to go over that here soon. But the quarter panels and the doors, rocker panels, everything's actually really pretty good on this car. I'm kind of wedged in here where I got the car, but the car has Boyd Coddington wheels on it. They are dry rotted, so obviously you're going to need new tires and stuff on it. But the overall, what I call this car, like I said, she's pretty solid. Floor pans are solid in it. I did notice in the rear seat pan when I crawled underneath the car when the car was on the trailer, it was had like maybe a dime size hole in it. So there's what she looks like around. I had to put a new tire on it, one of my tires, because the other one was gone. And basically they put the spare on this one. The other one's in the trunk. I'll show you here in a few seconds. But it was flat, so they put on the spare and it was junk. So I put one of mine on it to keep it up on all four so we could drive it around. Anyway, so the body, there is a little bit of a, come down here and see if I can zoom in on this for you. A little bit of a dent right there in that fender, but no, nothing big. Over here, you're going to see like a little bit of the bubbling and stuff like that. That's just normal on these cars. So really, body work on the bottom of the car, even, I mean, everything from what I'm calling the glass down, so anything down, is actually really good shape. Going to show you the motor here. 327 2-barrel. I don't know why they have a 2-barrel on this. Let me see something here. I just want to check. Yeah, this doesn't have the double humped heads on it, so this wasn't the high performance motor. But which is really strange because this car has a turbo 400 and a 12-bolt rear end, which, you know, if you want, you can pull this thing out and stick a big block in it. So factory AC car. Had to buy a new battery for it because, well, guess what, the other one was junk, and if we want to move it around, so I bought a battery for it. Someone's changed it over to an HEI, which was I believe it's a Delco Remy. Yep, Delco Remy. So which is, you know, someone's updated it, but I would redo it all anyway. I don't trust anybody else's work. But there it is in all of its glory, the 327. So close this down. Grill, everything's really good. You're going to notice the bow tie emblem there in the center. That just unbolts. But everything's really good. Now we'll go to the bad part. When I talked to the guy on this car, he said that the back glass was out because this was rotten down here. And actually, there is a little bit right there, rot, pretty soft. I would cut this section out, put a new one in. The piece down here actually looks really good, just needs clean. The top looks good, but when you get over to the other side, this is where it's bad. All rotted out through here. Try to get out of my shadow so you can see this. But, and then where I was not told about the car was the roof. There's holes in it from the vinyl top, or, you know, they just let water get under it. And now, I know when you're looking at this, or anybody else that really don't know anything about cars, everybody's probably going, oh, holy shit, you know, that thing ain't worth anything. Wrong. What I would do with this car, I would come in and do a cut through here, and I would put a new roof on it off a 4-door post, dime a dozen. I think you said you're going to be stationed in Texas. I know there are several cars down there and they'll be good solid cars. Cut that section out, put it on, weld it up, repatch these, and your top half is new and good. Interior floor pans were solid. I'm going to kind of come down in here. Dash pad was really good, except for, once again, when people have these cars, they put in something right here. I don't know what the hell this went to. There's wiring hanging out all over this thing. And they put a hole in it. So I don't know if a guy could basically patch that up and then just spray it, and you may never know. That's something you can play with. They cut out the radio like so many people have done on these cars. So you have to do a little engineering there. But if the roof wouldn't have been bad, the headliner in this thing is actually really nice. Sun visor's good and trim, everything good. So steering wheel, the AC, you're going to notice this has got a different AC setup in it. This was done, they did some like this on 67s. I would just replace that section out with the one that matches the other AC unit on the car. So, but other than that, like I said, really pretty damn decent. I'm going to show you the back. You're going to have, there's your back glass for the car. There's cell panels. There's probably like a lot of trim and stuff in there to, to put the car back together. So all the glass is good in the car. So just needs a good cleaning. And obviously if you're building Supernatural, you're going to update it. So I don't care what the upholstery looks like. Let me get the right key in here and show you the trunk. When I talked to the guy on the phone about the trunk, he said, oh, it was all good. But he was right, it is. The trunk is actually, it's got this dirt and stuff like, just be all scraped off. There's a box of your trim. I'm just going to show you that this thing is really good. A little bitty hole, maybe, it's just small. I don't know if you can even see that. But where the bad part was right here. What I would do, if you're building a Supernatural car, I would just cut this out, put a new piece in, and paint it, and you'll never see it because if you're going to put the weapons box in. But the rest, wheel wells, everything, missing the rear plug back here, drain plug, but it might be up there in the back seat, I don't know. But everything else is really, really, really good. So, I guess there might be a few little pinholes in it, but I just wouldn't worry too much about that. That's going to be easy fixes. So, all the section around, everything is good. So, there's your tire that was on it. Like I said, dry rotted, ain't going to hold air or anything. So, but it's in there, matching wheel. So, with all that being said, let's close this down. What you're going to see here is this plug. This is where the rear antenna went, and they just pulled out the rear antenna and put this little plastic plug in there to keep water from getting down in it. So I'd weld that shut and put it up here on the front fender where it needs to be. That was just a different option and stuff on the car. There's no brakes on this car. Pretty much I'd say wheel cylinders are gone on it. Basically, you can stop it by pushing in on the parking brake, So that's how I got it in here and did everything. I'll start it up for you so you can hear it run. Let me come back in here. I'm gonna switch out my hand out of my camera, and let's see if I can put the right key in. I did. So here we go. As you can see, she starts right up. I believe this car, let me check here on this. I didn't really look when. There's one exhaust, so it's got a single. I think it's only single, but I could be wrong. Yes, it's just a single exhaust. So, but that's what she sounds like running. She starts right up. She just, like I said, she needs a little TLC. I'm gonna turn this off. Overall, I give this car, like I said, a really high 7. If the roof wouldn't have been 8 out on it, I would have gave it an 8. But I don't think it's going to be that big of a fix for you. I really, really don't. You just find that roof, and like I said, those cars are a dime a dozen 4-door post. So there she is in all of her glory. it's going to make a pretty damn nice supernatural car. Like I said, I like it because of the turbo 400 and the 12-bolt rear end. So if you ever want to put a big block in this car, you're not changing a lot of stuff out. Pretty hard to find. So there she is. I just wish the roof would have been a little, obviously, better, but that's the way she goes sometimes. So I don't think, like I said, me personally, if I was building this car, I would not be, some guys might be scared of, oh, the roof or whatever. No, I'd have this thing done. So I would not be scared of this one. I've seen others where I'd be scared of, but not this one. To me, that's going to be a pretty easy fix. Trick is just finding the car, and like I said, and that's not even that tricky. So I hope you like it. I think she's going to make you a great supernatural car. I've got a lot of pictures for you, so I'm going to get this video downloaded, and like I said, if you have any questions, give me a shout and we'll go over everything. So hope you enjoyed the video, brother, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hoorah.